talk about the surgery. How can you build trust? I mean, you're working at a place, it's just a lack of trust. People don't, backstabbing, rumors, whatever. How do you start from there and go up?
Typically, you have to have conversations, one-on-one conversations with people and understand. And you listen until you're able to reflect what they've said better than they've said it. So they say, you now understand. That's the gathering, that's the capturing. Typically within that, you'll find that there are a couple of troublemakers. There are a couple of people that are inflaming issues. Often they make, so I always make the distinction between stars and divas. And you can't tell, typically, when you first go into an organization, the stars and the divas look a lot alike. They're smart, they're hardworking, they're outspoken, they do tremendous things, but divas are ultimately destructive to culture, and stars actually build the culture. So you may have to figure out who the divas are, and then I think you have to move them on. What Alan Mulally, who's the former president of Ford Motors, said, help them find another place to be happy, which is a great way of saying, you know, get them out of your organization.
I guess we talked about this a bit, changing, whether it's difficult to change that culture of mistrust. You mentioned meeting one-on-one. In a large corporation, that can take a while to do that.
Yeah, Vanessa, though, typically people have a few direct reports. They have key ones, and it's usually 6 or 7 or something like that. If it's more than 15, you need to reorganize. But so you need to have the conversations with your direct reports. And it is hard work, and it takes time to do that. But here's the most difficult part, is that often you have to change yourself. It isn't just the organization, the interactions with people. The question is, am I trustworthy? Typically, when we have these betrayals and breakdowns, we've joint ventured them. We don't like to think that. We like to blame these other people, they would just do things, but we're part of it. And so we have to really assess, what is it about me and the way I behave? And you may have to go in and do surgery on your own operating system. And a lot of people are unwilling to think about that, say, how did I contribute to this? Get feedback, listen to it, reflect it back to people, let people know I'm working on the following. I remember one time somebody said to me that you're selling after the sale has been made. You're keeping, you keep talking, you keep pushing the sale, and the sale's already been made. And that was hard to hear. In fact, Bob Waterman was a management guru back in the 80s. He and Tom Peters wrote this book, In Search of Excellence, which was a huge bestseller. He was my coach when I first became a CEO. He came to a board meeting and watched me lead the board meeting. I thought I'd done a great job. And I said, well, so what did you think? And I thought he'd just be all pats on the back. And he said one thing. He said, you talk too much. I said, well, maybe, but what did you think of the content where we got, you talk too much. And he was absolutely right. And I had to accept that, understand that feedback, process it, and learn to listen better. So here I am talking a lot in this, but you're asking questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, that works well. So
in
you
an
became
interview.
a professor, yeah.